Super fast tortoise in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine rush, fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTT3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to insight. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Are you listening?
Woo! Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh,
Yes.
we got a handful of people here. We got Hillbilly, Tabal, and Good Dude.
That's right.
Yeah, you can call me the outcast today because I'm the only one here with her.
Well, soon enough we'll get that fixed.
Yeah, that's right.
Get you
That's
to
right.
1,000 subscribers.
Yep.
1,000 subscribers. That's right.
Yep, 1,000.
Yes. Why do you have to be different, Hillbilly? You need to. You need
One
to
of
have
us.
yes. You need to be one of us.
You need to really. You need that solar panel that we've all got.
That's
Yeah.
right.
A little halo holder.
Well, I like I just like being the outcast.
Okay, you want to be an outcast? Okay.
Oh,
I'm kidding. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the Super Fast Tortoise Show. Whoa, we got some energy today, and we got some great people for a great topic today. Because the topic is you got to take the initiative, right? And actually have a good segment, a little, what do I call it? A descriptor for the segment when we get there.
Yep.
But first, I want to know, how is everybody doing here today?
Doing okay.
Doing okay. You can do better than okay. You know that, Hillbilly.
Yeah, my power steering went out on my car yesterday.
Oh,
Ain't no
yikes.
power steering.
That's not
Ooh.
good.
that's
I
like
thought
the
you
old
were
days.
about your personal power steering just went out. Like your brain just shut down. But no,
I mean,
that's not
other
fun.
than that, I'm doing all right. I mean, the car's harder to drive, but it's still drivable.
Yeah, it's like the old days before power steering.
You
Well, I
gotta
learned to
break
drive-
that wheel. It's gotta turn it hard to the left and turn it hard to the right. You gotta
That's why I
go
learned to
and
drive.
do it.
That's what I learned to drive on is manual steering. The faster you went, the easier it was to turn.
Oh, yeah.
The more dangerous it became.
Yeah. Well, sorry to hear about that, Hillbilly. So you need
It
a new
happens.
power steering pump.
Yeah, it's gonna cost
Yeah.
me almost $100.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how you doing,
Yeah,
Kiki Dude?
like that. I'm doing great. You know, well, I'm doing good. I'm getting healthier, but
That's
my
good.
biologicals are off now. When I was really sick, they were excellent, and now I'm healthier. I'm gaining a little weight, and now my biologicals are off.
Like
So they
you're
gotta-
having a hard time going to sleep or something?
Yeah, hard time going to sleep, and my phosphorus and calcium is out of whack, and I don't know
Ew.
why.
I don't know why.
Oh.
That needs to get fixed. It needs to get fixed.
Yeah, the doctor's gonna fix it for me. So they're gonna do another blood test, and then they're gonna figure out what they need to do.
Huh.
But other than that, I'm doing great.
Woo woo, doing great.
My energy's back. I gained since I got out of the hospital. I've gained 4 pounds.
That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
You need to gain some of those pounds back.
Yeah, I need to get a little bit. So anyway, That's me.
Let's hear
How about? Let me see. I'm going to screw up his name again. Tyler.
it. How you doing? How you doing, Tabal?
I'm
The
doing
ball.
fine. I'm doing fine. I can't complain. I could, but I won't. How about that?
Right. Mm.
Well,
So that's good. That's good. We got some interesting comments in here. Someone telling me that I'm right. You're right, Tortoise. The more I play, the more I learn. I feel like still a curve, though, that I'm not reaching. I try standard events and attempt to earn more gems to get mastery pass. I know he didn't mean that word. I'm getting.
Yeah.
He says stop decks. James Willis, what's up? Whoa, whoa. You need to
good
come to
morning,
my house, man.
James.
Come to my house because I got some nasty storm clouds around us. I need you to shake your magical cane to get rid of them.
Mhm.
Sunny here.
Sunny here.
I got off to work younger people is pretty much fun by hurts. All right. And good morning, MTG Game Bob. Good afternoon to you. You rock. You rule. It's nice to see you stop by, Bob. Whoop, whoop. So today I woke up and I did some exercising, some stretches. Been trying to get in the motivation of doing more exercise and stretching so I can present more energy into the show because it's part of the healthy environment. Like the environment, if I can protrude more energy, other people protrude more energy because energy is contagious in a way. You have this energy going. You're drinking your coffee. You got this like powerhouse movement going on, and people absorb it, take it, and boom.
That's
I was going to say
right.
my energy comes in the form of a cup.
Oh yeah.
It's
There you
James,
go.
what are you talking about? I just shook them your way.
it's contagious. The energy
yeah.
is contagious.
Yep.
So thinking about stuff like, have you guys had any interesting experience with Magic lately?
Hmm.
Define interesting. I've decided, or rather found out, that I could cast Lord Xander first turn.
Ooh, that's pretty nasty.
That's yeah, my latest video. That's my most interesting interaction with Magic these days. Though I was actually going to ask Hillbilly, because we were talking the other night. How's that white deck yours doing? That white black deck?
It's doing great.
Yeah.
Yep, it's doing great. No creatures. Just hate, and then boom, boom, boom. I win.
Nice.
Boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. If you know that song, I don't want to get copyright.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I played that deck on my channel, and a bunch of people here that actually comes to my channel has seen that deck. It's the Hillbilly Hate deck.
Nice.
Hillbilly hate. Ah.
Just a bunch of removal and a couple win conditions.
All board. I took it well. The inspiration I got for this deck actually came from the board White King right here. So that's what gave me the inspiration for it. So that's what came from.
Fair enough. That's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so last night I actually sorted through a lot of my cards and organized them by color. That's what I was. That was the interesting thing I did last night. Wife wanted to watch a board game geek show about a board game, and she wanted to watch it out in the living room. And when I was in the living room with her, I'm like, I could be organizing cards, putting color sorting cards, because like this arcade cabinet gets filled with cards when I get some new cards and just stack up some more, and that gets annoying because you're like, what's the point of an arcade if you have too much stuff on it and can't play it? Still need to
That's
clear it
right.
out.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yes, that's right.
And so, have you guys pulled anything interesting lately from a pack?
I got was it a gold vein Hydra? What's the Hydra from the new set that when he goes he makes treasures or whatever? I think that was I think it's a gold vein Hydra.
Could be.
Yeah, that's probably it can't be that impressive, I guess, if I can't even remember the name of it. I guess the first thing I thought was it went in my store. That was all I knew.
Store. Yeah, the most interesting I pulled lately, because so my wife's birthday was Saturday, and I went to Walmart to pick her up a couple of gifts to give her on the day. And trust me, it's not like I forgot about her birthday. She got a lot of gifts before her birthday for her birthday and Mother's Day. But I wanted to be able to pick up something. And while I was there, she found like a stack of Magic cards, like packs, on discounted like $5 a piece. So she got me a few of those to open up, which I did a short on. And I pulled a Teferi Who Slows the Sunset.
That's good.
I was excited. Yeah. Ooh. But yeah, so other than that, it was pretty chill. But anyways, back to the show. Everybody, I want to officially welcome you guys to Super Fast Tortoise, which is officially sponsored by, if I can find it, carnsutopia.com. Carnsutopia.com, where you can get this sweet Magic the Gathering dice bag and that sweet Magic the Gathering dice bag. But on top of that, oh no, I deleted the picture. No, here it is. All right, 30% off. 30% off sale on carnsutopia.com for Father's Day. You just use the code FDAY, and you can get cool stuff like this dice box. Dice boxes are pretty huge. They're about a foot and a few inches long. They're about 3 inches deep, and they hold lots of dice. You get card holders. You get those sweet dice bags, 35% off, and you can get little commander plates like this black one down here. 35% off. Go check out the store. When you buy from them, you help out the channel. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. So, on a good note, well, that's not really a good note. They're making another Jurassic Park movie, and they should have just stopped with the last one. All right. As a fan of the franchise, I'm getting sick and tired of too many bad dinosaur movies. They make good ones, they make bad ones, they make good ones, they make bad ones. But what are they trying to get? I know for sure, like there's been rumors they're trying to get Scarlett Johansson playing the movies, and they're trying to get some new dude to play in the movies. I'm like, what? Like, what? Make up your minds. I mean, come on. How many times can you revisit Jurassic Park? Just leave it alone now. The reason I'm complaining is because my lunchbox is full to the brim with all the movies. I can't really have more movies in there.
I wonder who they brought back to life this time.
A dinosaur?
I think they think as long as there's audience out there, there's money to be made.
Yeah.
And people like you who are Jurassic Park fanatics, they're after your dollars.
Because didn't they kill one guy off, then bring him back?
What?
Didn't they kill one guy off from Jurassic Park and then brought him right back?
They're thinking that's been a rumor that they're bringing back Muldoon, and they're like he survived the dinosaur attack. So if you don't know who Muldoon is, if you remember the very first movie, then there's a scene where a guy gets side wiped by a raptor because he's hunting one raptor, and a raptor comes to side,
right?
And he says, "Clever girl." Well, apparently they're trying to make it where that he survived that. Which would be totally stupid and undermine the whole intensity of the scene.
Yeah, he was the hunter.
Yeah,
right?
Robert Muldoon.
Yeah.
Robert Muldoon.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty good guy. Pretty good guy. Let's hope he stays dead for the franchise.
Well,
they really are screwing the franchise up.
Yeah. It's crazy thinking about bringing him back. I don't get it, but
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Crispy Souls, hello. Welcome, Crispy Souls. Welcome. Everyone's having a nice start to their day. It is Monday. It is definitely a Monday, and Mondays are the hardest days to wake up and get motivated for sure. Yep. It's a Monday. I mean, come on, Monday. I mean, it's
Monday
not
is mine.
Monday, and it's not Sunday. It's Monday.
Yes, it's for me. I'm retired, so every day's the same.
I hear you.
Well, not officially every day the same. Every other day you got to do a dialysis, so you got to take a trip out to
Yeah,
Disneyland.
that's just kind of like work. That's how we treat it. Like Saturdays are last one where you get 2 days off instead of one day.
Mm,
So it's kind of like you know we look forward to Saturday after the treatment, then we got 2 days to not go.
right. I bet that helps out with the gas, because you got to buy gas pretty much each time you go out to Reno.
Yeah, it does. I mean, we had to really change things up. Uh, but that's our priority as I have to go no matter what. I can't really miss my treatment.
Right.
Right.
Right. For sure. For shizzles.
You
So,
know,
hey, Billy,
Yo,
rolling on. What's the first segment of the day?
would that be the
Card of the day.
So, I recently just pulled a foil version of this card and found out it was banned in Modern, I believe it was. And I was
That's the
reading this
thing.
card, and I was like, this card's pretty good. I don't know why it got banned.
Yeah, I've
I don't-
seen that card before. I think when you and I played when you were here, you had that card. Don't you have
No,
that?
this is too new. Too new.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I just barely pulled the card for the first time the other day.
Yeah, I don't see what's so broken about this. To be honest, I mean that's
Right?
I know there's
Well,
got
yeah.
to be something out there that makes us broken.
Right, but it costs 2 mana. It enters the battlefield, you draw a card, and whenever you cast a spell, whenever you cast a spell with mana of value greater 5 or greater, you draw a card. So it must be a part of a deck that plays big spells, because this says whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, not a creature spell, but a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's
Well,
pretty epic.
I don't
The
see what's
graphics are
so
pretty
broken
good.
about this, but it's probably got to be broken somewhere.
Mhm.
Probably broken because of the cheap casting cost. Probably if this cost 3 or 4, maybe 4 or 5 or whatever, it wouldn't be broken. But you can probably cheat it out early and then cheat out big spells to just build up more momentum.
Like thinking about it, like cascading into big spells, or what's the new mechanic? Discovering into big spells could give you free spells and drawing cards.
I'm wondering though if that's because of the cast trigger. It actually has to cast from the hand, or whether it counts as those other things that you mentioned. Whether cascading would trigger it.
Well, if it had to be from your hand, they usually would specifically put that on the card.
Mm-hmm.
But it just says whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, draw a card. So that's pretty epic. Like, it's not banned in Commander, which I think this would be the most abusable thing, but it was banned somewhere else.
Yeah.
But like I said, I just got a foil copy at that. It would have been worth money if it wasn't banned. But I got a deck you can go in for sure. Yeah. Now, rolling out some pictures today, I found Matt Saxon's personality and attitude bundled up on a Monday.
That's right. Yep, I just need the hair.
That's right.
Yes,
Actually, if you stood me on my head, I could probably achieve that look.
Right. That's funny. Then I found a picture someone took of me.
Monday, first cup of coffee. Yeah, that's right. Straight from the source.
Right. And I found a picture of Mr. Hillbilly when he was clean shaven.
Oh, Lordy.
That was funny. Yeah. Mr. Rogers giving the bird. That was hilarious. So, hey, Monday, I think you left this at the house. Then, boom. I'm not sure if it's the end of the world or if it's just Monday.
It's just Monday.
Just Monday. Like, Mondays are the worst. They're not even bratwurst.
Bratwurst. Monday. The beginning of the end of the
The
week.
beginning of the week. I don't know if I had a full-time job, I'd probably hate Mondays even more. But I don't hate Mondays because Casey's off Mondays. Boop boop.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, that's the best
That's
part about
right.
Mondays. All right. Let's see what's going on in chat. Metamonk, thank you for showing up. Metamonk. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How are you doing? For green deck's probably dangerous. Any other combination isn't that scary. Nope. Happy dag lagged day, everybody. Brandon, what's up? Oh man. So we're gonna roll off into the next section of the day. The next section of the day being fun, fantastic, and awesome.
Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day.
So the question of the day was brought to us by Coogee Dude. I find it an interesting question when I was watching it. I'm like, that is definitely a thought.
It's a question of the day. When playing Magic the Commander, how do you choose the commander card? Or is it automatically chosen for you? Thank you.
Good question.
Yeah, good question. So, question of the day is: do you choose a commander or do you not choose a commander? And really, you choose the commander when you buy your commander deck, like the dragon deck, it comes prescribed with the commander for the deck. That when Magic Wizards of the Coast designed that deck, they're like, this is the best commander for that deck. But you could swap out the commander and have any different commander out there you want that's in those colors.
Yep. And the commander also has to be legendary.
Legendary. Yep.
You can choose any one of the Magic cards that are out there that's been printed pretty much as the commander if it meets that requirement of being legendary. But the other way that I choose is there's just a few decks that I fell in love with what the ability was and wound up building the deck around that or finding the deck that's around that. For example, Worth the Raid Mother is one of my favorite ones. Mm-hmm. It's a green red deck, and its ability is allows you to tap other creatures to double your spells. So I can only use red spells and I can only use green spells, but every couple of creatures I have out there, if they share the color with a spell, I can just tap them. And so it duplicates every spell that I cast. So, for example, I like that one because it allows me to cast big 26-point fireballs at every person at the table.
Woo!
Wow.
So
it's see everybody. Tybalt doesn't choose his commander by color. He chooses by despicable salt scores.
By salt scores, exactly. That's the best way to choose a commander.
I kid. Oh man, it's funny. But yeah, it sounds very powerful and fun. And yes, the restrictions for a commander, there are restrictions, is you choose a legendary creature. The creature has to be legendary. And your deck cannot be outside the colors of the commander's converted mana cost or mana value, as they call it nowadays. So if you have a red-green commander, your deck can only have red and green cards in it, where a red-blue-green commander can have a red-blue-green deck built around it. So the restrictions are on the colors, but the commander is completely your choice.
And a minor thing to point out like that would be I have a commander deck. Again, we're going to check out salt score on this, but Yosava Dragonclaw. I'm probably mispronouncing that name horribly. Anyhow, if you initially look at the card is a green card across the top. In the mana casting cost, what it costs is green, but printed in the text box down below, it actually has a red and a blue symbol down there also. So even though that doesn't appear on the top of the card, because those colors appear in the card, I can use red, green, or blue spells.
Right. Yeah, she's from the Fate Reforged block. Yeah, I remember. She's a powerful commander. I had a deck a long time ago built around her. Pretty beast. Crispy Soul says you don't choose the commander chooses you. Right. It says I'll look for not commonly used commanders and build around it. Woo woo. That's good. So So the choice is yours, a Chuckarama, if you remember that commercial.
Chuckarama.
The choice is
Okay.
yours, that
Very
Chuckarama.
interesting. So as long as it's legendary, can you swap commanders out once you choose it? Is it
Yeah,
permanent in your
you
deck?
can swap commanders out, not during a game,
mid-game.
but before games.
Oh, okay. Before the game, you can
For the
choose
game,
the-
and also if you swap your commander out before the game, your deck still has to remain in the same colors
Yep.
as that commander.
Yeah.
Like let's say you have a let's say you got a red green deck, and you got a green creature, green legendary creature. You make that green legendary creature your commander. If there's no red on that creature, you have to take all your red stuff out of your deck.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, but you can add a color. You can have a red, blue, green commander over your red, green deck, but chances are you're not going to run blue to get that blue commander in play.
Right.
So you got to choose wise. You got to play wise. You got to be cool. You got to be part of the creep and hit that like button, everybody. Look at that.
Nice
All
segue.
right. So, anything else anybody want to add to that?
The only other thing I was going to add to that is the fact that one of the things that Wizards did when they printed some of the earlier commander decks was they included, in most cases, 2 other cards that potentially could be commanders for that deck.
Right.
So inside the deck, they had 1 featured commander, and then they included 2 other cards in that deck that were legendary creatures that also had the same color types. So you could easily swap them out and maybe get a slightly different effect or whatever. So it wouldn't be the same person. It wouldn't be every person that bought this deck has that exact same commander. You could swap it if you wanted to. So they built that into the deck with a couple of other options for you.
I think they're still doing that.
For most of them, they do. Some of the cheaper ones, some of those $20 commander decks or whatever, I think they only gave you like 1 option as to what to do. But you're always welcome to find it from your own collection, too. If you find something else that matches those colors, you might want to swap that.
Yeah, and the 1,000 subscriber giveaway deck that I have, if I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away a commander deck. Rafik the Mini has 4 possible commander options. 1 is a commander Rafik and 3 others in the deck.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, they all fit the theme and they all fit the synergy. I'm like, why not? It's a pre-con style deck.
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, thanks for answering my question.
Yeah.
You creeps. That was that was very informative.
Yes.
Yes.
Now.
That's one thing I didn't know.
We're going to roll into the topic of the day right now. The topic of the day is pretty good. I got a bunch of monologue. It's going to cover a bunch of monologuing. That's going to cover a bunch of stuff, but it's going to open up the question because it's going to start one way and kind of lean into the other, right? So, the topic of the day is you got to take the initiative. So you're getting pretty serious in Magic the Gathering. You love the game. You want to do better, think better, perform better. Other than just playing the game in order to learn more, there are other things you can do to improve your game. First of all, you can start eating healthier. Yes, eating healthier helps out with better brain activity. Coffee is good, but having the right kind of foods and snacks will keep you from being bogged down. Eating healthy will keep your mind going and going strong. But wait, there's more. Having an active workout routine is good for your brain as well. Building up a healthy workout is good for the thinker. And for the body, working out helps keep a clear mind, high-level gameplay. It seems weird to think about it, but honestly, a body that works and awakens muscles that seem inactive also kickstarts the brain to be more active. For example, before I start the morning show, I try to do some stretching and exercises going, or get some stretches and exercises going to help me out with my performance on the show. And on the days I can't get that much workout or stretching in, my show kind of suffers, my performance kind of suffers, and it's very noticeable. But in conclusion, an active, healthier body will perform better in tournaments rather than a sitting body. An unhealthy body will not perform better. And in that in mind, I want to talk about ways we can improve our mentality and mental health states in the game of Magic the Gathering So I opened the floor. You're like, whoa, where did that go? We were talking about exercising and all that.
I'm trying to keep up. I think I got it, but
So let me kind of summarize the summary there. The summarize is, but besides just eating healthy and exercise healthy, there's things we can do to help to entrust our mentality to get better, like different habits, hobbies, things we can do to keep our mind going. Like, for example, one thing to help you out as a player in Magic the Gathering, you in chat, don't just think of Magic the Gathering 100% of the time. Do something else. Take a break. Go eat a pizza. Well, that's not as healthy as eating a salad, but I like salads more than I like pizza. Even
Also,
Also, you got to
you
got to keep your noggin. You got to keep that fresh.
You're right.
You know, mental health is important.
Hillbilly was saying something, but his camera froze. So I didn't hear what he said.
the word I want to add to this is the word study. Study what's out there. See if that'll make your deck better.
Oh, yeah. Another thing that helps out with learning Magic and your mentality is playing different board games or playing different games in general. Not video games. Video games really don't help you with Magic as much as playing board games. Something that gets you seeing, physically interacting with, and following a rules list with your brain helps out a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what I do is I play search a word. You know how you circle the words?
Mm-hmm.
They have all the different letters, and you got to find
word searches. Yeah.
I do that on a regular basis. Keeps your brain active.
Oh, dang. I'm going to have to quit playing now. I'm in bad shape. James Willis, you're not in bad shape. Circle is a shape.
And you can always improve. That's the most important thing. I think both you can improve physically and mentally. And as long as you're breathing and living and thinking, you're going to improve. Showing up to the morning show is going to help you think because you've got lots of different perspectives from different people. And I think that when it comes down to it, you do have to remember to actually learn from the stuff. You actually have to do something differently. I've gotten in the bad habit of it's easy to get into bad habits of just going through the motions of playing a game and being mad when you don't win, being salty about it or whatever and stuff. But instead, try to flip your perspective and your viewpoint and see, why didn't I win? What could I have done differently? For a long time, I played lots of arena, just didn't feel like I was progressing anywhere. But then I had to ask myself, like, what am I doing? What cards should I be playing? A good idea that, there's lots of different opinions on net decking and so on. There's nothing wrong with getting ideas from other decks, playing other different playing styles that outside your wheelhouse. And then learning from those, because maybe the deck that just beat you, see if you can find a copy of that, play it yourself, and then you'll know better how to defend against it next time if you want your deck to work. Or make sure to change and upgrade your own deck so that it's using different cards and finding better ways to play. So it's important to, like I said, make changes in the learning that you're doing also.
Oh, yeah. So one thing I want to add to what you were saying, DePaul, is one thing I did personally when I was building my cube originally, starting from the scratch up. I'd play cube, and I always draft like the same archetype every time. Something in blue, green, black, blue, green, white, blue, green, something. But the wife was like, you need to draft something else. I mean, try something else, because all you're doing is playing the same stuff all the time. And it's true, because I was improving those colors all the time. But I was neglecting the other colors I weren't playing very much, like red and white. And so I started pushing myself to play different colors, draft different colors to get a sense of what they can do. Because, blue, green, white, it might work together, but white, red, green might be struggling because I'm not filling those colors. But at the same time, in the meta game of things, like the cube is its own meta, but like in the meta game, in standard or in modern, if you're not trying out the different decks, the different colors out there, you're not getting a better understanding to help understand the meta. And that's actually good for your brain, because when you get a whole round opinion around one format, like solidly around all the colors and everything, you actually start thinking better and you start understanding the meta better, and you start becoming a better player because you're trying different things. Because trying different things is good for the brain. Like when it comes to healthy activities, like Magic the Gathering is a healthy activity. Too much Magic the Gathering can be unhealthy, but try to keep it in perspective there.
And another thing that I can maybe hear people saying is like, well, I don't get a chance to get out and play much. I only get, I play these decks, and I only play these decks because I want to win when I go out to play or what have you. There's a lot of resources online that you don't even have to own the decks. You don't have to buy the decks or anything else. You could put them into Moxfield or whatever, tapped out, and you can practice with the deck there. So you don't even have to own the cards or anything. You could pull up the latest commander decks or whatever and play with those digitally, try them out that way and stuff. So you don't even have, so it takes a little bit of thinking outside the box and stuff. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of people are going like, well, I don't have the opportunity to do that. Well, you can if you want to make the opportunity, or there are resources to find. So that's another thing. Talk to other people is one of the best things you could do also.
If you're playing the game the same fast cards, I pick blue green hate. So in that realm of thinking too, like even if you do have the cards, you can always go on spell table and play different decks, play different strategies. Because we live in a Commander is a game where there are too many different archetypes, too many different roads to go to learn. My basic thought is try to learn the basics of what people use the colors for. What do people use red for in most decks? I use red differently in most decks, except my Valky deck, because that's a different beast. But like my 5-color deck, my red-green decks and stuff, I use red for the haste engines. Because red has haste engines. They're worth playing when you're playing with Stompy Stomps. Big old Stompy Stomps. Like you can find the core of what colors do, like what mono green does the best, like that is core, what mono red does what its core. But also there's different strategies. Like I've seen people play with red and have interesting draw mechanics with like Faithless Looting and Tormenting Voice and cards like that, where they're discarding to draw cards, and I've seen it play in their advantage. Like I was having a conversation with the other day with Hillbilly, saying if you're running a deck that's like a multicolored deck that's running a lot of cards like Faithless Looting or things that make you discard cards and draw cards, synergistically it'll just be better if you can run a form of reanimation or recursion with that, because green you can bring stuff back from your graveyard to your hand, so you're only temporarily getting rid of it, or black you're bringing creatures back from the graveyard. It is a fun mechanic, and trying to think about how you get to do things in that realm of perspective. If you learn not only how a card works, but how you can bend it to your favor, helps keep your mentality going, because you start learning to connect things in different ways. Yeah, that's right.
Definitely.
The ball changer said yes.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That means I'm double right.
Double right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
synergy is absolutely important, and the best decks are the most synergistic. I find it interesting also that people, not calling anybody out specifically, but people generally that complain about other people using infinite combos are often the ones that have the most synergistic decks. And while their decks don't necessarily go infinite, oftentimes I'll find that they have such synergy built into the deck that they don't need the combo, or their combos exist, they just don't go infinite. But one thing stacks on top of the other so much so that you can find yourself just squeezed out of the game like an anaconda there, where you just like, you can't breathe. I can't do what I want. I can't do whatever. But that's just a general thing. But, learn from that. Like, okay, well, how do I break that combo? How do I get away from that so that that's not happening to me or whatever? So breaking down the challenges into smaller challenges
Right.
gives you those victories, those small steps towards being a better player.
Oh yeah. Yes, learning what synergy does. Like if you want to get into an interesting topic and get into learning, go research the rabbit hole of synergy in Commander or synergy in deck building, because synergy is basically finding 1 + 1 equaling 2, and 2 having a greater result because 2 pieces work together. So and synergy is all about saying, well, if I do this turn, later this turn I can react to it by bringing something back, or because this was played I could stack onto that. It's synergy is basically like mini combos but not fully combos.
Yeah.
And it's pretty interesting. Like my Chilean Teller of Tales deck, right? It has 3 ways to go infinite. I need to get a Timeless Witness for the deck actually, but like it has 3 ways to go infinite right now. That's one with or two ways deal with Deadeye Navigator. One way deals with Sun Titan and having someone with an empty field, and always bringing back a time warp of some form, so I can constantly go infinite. It's evil.
Yeah,
Evil.
definitely.
It's the ball form of evil.
Exactly. So this is why I would start thinking about like, well, how do I stop him from doing that? Not you personally or whatever, but like any deck. So like, how would you do that? So something like a ley line or whatever that makes things that go to his graveyard, or what's the one you were using, Hillbilly?
Leyline of the Guild Pack?
The white card. No.
Yeah, it's a white card.
Leyline Binding?
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. Woo woo.
Yeah, so that those cards go to the graveyard, then go away or whatever. So
Yep, straight to exile.
you don't have to be beaten down by that combo or intimidated by that or whatever. Think about ways around it and then see how you can build that into your deck.
Oh yeah, and it's always good. Like it's always good to have pieces of cards like that. Like rest in peace. There's another white card from back in the day, but just if a card would go to the graveyard, exiles instead. Cards like that are good. Finding staples like that are good. Like playing the different kinds of decks in different colors lets you know what's out there. Looking for cards that stop certain synergies like that happening or certain combos is pretty solid. Like my infinite combo in Chilean could be killed by destroying a certain creature. Could be stopped by exiling my graveyard. Can be stopped by not milling me out. I got some stuff for that, but you can mill the deck out. But there are ways to get rid of the combo very easily, because I'm not that degenerate.
We'll get you there. Don't worry.
Well, it's one of the decks I'm working on to becoming better, which is why I need to get a Timeless Witness in the future. A Timeless Witness will just inevitably help me get the combo out faster. Because the combo I run is Eternal Witness, Deadeye Navigator, and Time Walk. And basically, I cast Time Walk with those two on the battlefield. And then I blink Eternal Witness with Deadeye Navigator, bring back Time Walk, take an extra turn, repeat the process. And while each turn, I'm just building out my board with big stompy stomps going for win.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, it's evil.
That's fine. Back around, I was going to say then too. We've talked about what you can do and how you could broaden what you're doing to get better and stuff. But I do think something else that you touched on was important, and it's like also getting outside, exercising, doing whatever exercises you can do. I'm limited in the amount of distance that I can walk and stuff, but getting outside, going for a walk, doing something physical. Like I said, you may not think that you're thinking about magic, but you might find some inspiration either from something that you see, or you might find inspiration just comes to you. Like you said, once you get the blood flowing, once you get your body in better form, whatever form it's in, it could always probably be better.
Right.
So few people are Adonises the way I am.
Yep.
But yeah, so it's definitely something that will come to you. Also, can come to you as an inspiration, just out of thin air.
Well, I did that the other day actually. I just went in my living room and started watching TV, and I got thinking, there's deserts in this set. All the deserts ping your opponent for 1 life. How can I build a deck around this?
Mm.
So I ended up building me a desert deck. I got creatures. I got a 1/2 creature in it. Gets a +1/+1 for every desert you control.
Oh,
I got like 2 lands of every desert that's in standard right now.
Oh yeah.
And it's total 24 lands, all dual lands because they're all deserts. And everything in it has to do with deserts, all except for 1 creature. That 1 creature lets me scry.
nice.
And that's the only reason why it's in there. But everything else has to do with deserts.
Right.
And I actually won pretty good. And that's actually pretty good. I ran it in an arena a few times and actually won a bunch of games with it.
Cool. Yeah, incremental damage absolutely adds up.
Mhm.
Yep.
So, one thing I want to expand upon was talking about doing extra things, going outside, going for a walk, whatever. Some people are not as limited or are limited to certain things like that where they can't do that as much. But if you got a hobby like drawing, writing, reading, knock yourself out. Go do that. The whole thing you want to do is keep your brain active, but not on the same thing all the time. You want to expand your mind as much as possible. If you're creative, your arts and crafty, do some arts and crafts. I mean, you'll be surprised what you can come up with. Like sometimes when my mind gets stuck on a deck and I'm trying to figure something out, I'll forcefully put myself in a position where I'm doing something else, like maybe a chore or going through like my room to listen to the radio. I'll force myself to do something different because I will get me unbound or out of a bind when I'm stuck mentally. Because
Another thing you just brought up, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was going to say really quick, though, the other thing that you brought up that really stood out to me, too, and probably Coogie Dude would agree with this, is finding music, inspiration in music. If you can't do things physically or whatever, put on some good music and let your mind just travel.
Right.
Music is always good, no matter what form it is. I mean, I'm biased to a certain form, but all music is good. Except
James
rap.
Ellis can't shaking his hobby. That's right. We get that exercise by shaking that cane like this. But yeah, so all I was finishing up with there is if you keep your brain active, force yourself to get your brain moving in a different direction. Because like sometimes when you're stuck on a thought or stuck in Magic World or something, you're literally stuck. You kind of burning your tire. Excuse me, you're literally burning your tires out. So having to step out of your brain's comfort zone, doing something else that's more relaxing or something else that's more interactive will help you get into the realm of thinking. Because you know how it is when you feel like you got that stuck cog in your brain that's not moving. Sometimes you need to grease it up with something different.
Right. You gotta sometimes you need to change what you're thinking, because sometimes you'll be doing something and you just can't figure out there's a lot of times you got problems that you can't figure out, but if you step away from it and do something else, then it clicks.
Right.
You get a better perspective when you stand back from something sometimes.
Right.
Yep. James Ellis says you can twirl that cane like it's a baton. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A baton. Yes.
Yeah. So you guys are absolutely right. Right. You're right. Like you got it. Like keep mentally keeping you healthy. To kind of recap what we talked about, in Magic, try different colors of Magic, try to be more active, try to continue to have your brain thinking of something different. Don't tire yourself out. Cause like, I'm one of those people that if too much goes on my brain, I'll get tired like crazy. Like if too much goes on my brain, it just pulls me different ways. So I try to do one thing, one step at a time, If you're feeling stuck in a situation where you're having a hard time focusing or having a hard time doing something to completion, like I'm with Magic, step away. Listen to music, draw, read a book, shave a hillbilly's head, something.
There you go.
Oh Lordy.
It's just a matter
Oh.
of time till you're one of us.
Yeah,
Thousands
All
of
right.
subs.
Okay, all you subs, go on the Hillbillies page and click subscribe.
right.
Yeah.
Because we need to get him to 1,000 so
Mhm.
we can see
Right.
the true Billy.
Oh, man. And this is a good one too. Take a nap if you have to.
Yes.
If you're
Yeah,
feeling exerted.
that can be too. Yes, for sure.
Take
Yeah.
your dog outside and play ball.
That's right. Something different. I know the idea sounds simple and stupid, but it's very important to keep your brain active in the healthier ways.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with that, my friends, we're actually going to start rolling into the end step here where we're going to start doing the self-shield segment because we are 50 minutes into this and that's not enough time to go through the movers and shakers, which I had planned, but who cares? We had a good conversation. Good
Yeah.
day. And we're going to shill with super fast horse hillbilly.
Wow.
His
I
hair
looked up
came super fast. Hair came back. Look at that.
Look at me. I'm just a sexy, super fast tortoise.
That's right.
I'm at 446 subs, so it's getting there slowly but surely.
Mm.
There's going to be an afternoon stream today with Arena. And if there's a certain card you want me to brew with or a certain color, then find the last video from this morning, leave a comment on there, and let me know what color or what creature you want to see on the stream. And anyway, we're at 446 subs, getting closer there to the 500. 500, I'm going to try to do a giveaway, but I'm not for sure right now on the giveaway because I got to get a power steering pump for my car. Other than that, y'all have a good day, and I'll see you this afternoon at 2 o'clock.
All right, now to ball.
So, what do I have to shill? Like I said, my turn 1 Xander deck is now. I still calling it turn 3 because it doesn't happen all the time. It generally happens though by turn 3. But
Right.
I've started playing the timeless format on Arena, and so that's given me the opportunity to get to some cards that I haven't played in a long time, like Dark Ritual, which coincidentally happens to be the name of my store on TCG Player. I like
Which
that
is in the
segue, how it
link.
just slid right. Oh, yeah,
The
there's a
link
link
in the
somehow.
description below.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so there's that coming up. I'm excited because I've got some collaborations coming. I don't want to talk too much about who and when, but I do have some collaborations with some other people coming up. One of the things that I think is important is helping other people, which maybe sounds big and grand or whatever, but no, just showing up on other people's channels that maybe don't have as many subscribers or viewers or whatever. I think that's really important. So I'm trying to work with other folks from other platforms also. So I've got that coming up. So I'm excited about that. So it's something that I've talked with Superfast about too. So that's something to look forward to. Hopefully we can introduce some more new blood here into the creep.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
that's probably it for now. I'll talk more later, but stay tuned. Go to Tibble's Apprentice on YouTube.
Or you can go to Dark Ritual. Link in the description.
Go to the store
Buy some
Dark
cards.
Ritual if you need some cards.
Yeah. You got anything to show, Daddy-O's?
No, I'm good for now.
Good for now. Today's Monday. Today's game day here at the house. So I won't be doing a live today, but tomorrow there'll be a morning show. Tomorrow's Tuesday. We're going to have a great morning show tomorrow. We're going to have fun, be exciting, and be awesome. And always trying to improve the show in the morning. There's some things I want to do in the future of the show that are continuing to grow, but everything I add to the show is always adding more work. So taking it one step at a time. But with that, I want to thank everybody for hanging out, being cool, chilling out, relaxing, acting like a tool. The other day I was playing b-ball outside of school, and a couple of guys from the neighborhood, where I'm going with that, Anyways, I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Hillbilly, Cookie Dude, and Tabalta Apprentice. Everybody in chat, James Willis, Monk, the Real World, everybody showed up. You guys are awesome. You guys are cool. You guys make everything amazing. But until next time, my friends, always listen and take heed to the leader fearlessly known as Megatron.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron? Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun. Fear not, Megatron.